What's up, YouTube? Pulled home another project, 88 F-150. I call it the Paw Paw rig because it was old, owned all its life by looked like a Georgia state trooper from some of the stuff that I pulled out of it. But anyways, I brought her home and put a battery in it and a new fuel pump and a new ignition switch, and she fired right up. So we're gonna clean her up and see if we can't restore this old girl and get her back on the road for somebody. So there she is in all her glory. Got the old two-tone paint job, original hubcaps, the old school running boards, old school rub rails on the bed, old school toolbox. Got the old chrome visors on her. Pretty cool old truck. Even got the original old school bug deflector on her. Pretty cool. Like a little time capsule. I dig it. These this era of F-150s are called brick noses because the front is so square on them and it looks like a brick. But got the new school F-150s there. You can see over there, that's my bull nose. And if you've ever been to my channel before, you know we worked on the generation after this called the Arrow nose. But I love all these old F-150s. They're super solid trucks, and they're getting pretty popular, coming up in value. So I ended up, actually I traded for this one and got it for super good trade. Technically I got about 500 bucks on the truck, plus like 30 bucks for the fuel pump and $15 for the ignition switch. And we got her running, so we're gonna give her a bath, see if we can't clean it up. But interior, pretty solid for a truck of this age. I think it'll clean up real good inside and out. I think this old paint will buff out pretty good. We'll get some new chrome trim on the side where the old stuff came off, but you can kind of see the original blue. We're gonna see if we can't bring that back. But yeah, 88 F-150, 5-speed with the V8. Pretty cool truck. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a wash and then give her a good buff and see if we can bring this paint back to life. So join me in this process, if you will, and hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing a lot of videos on this truck. So if you want to follow this build, subscribe to the channel, and if you don't mind, hit that like button. Just helps promote my videos on YouTube and gets more viewers. So, all right, I'm gonna start this washing process. She looks a little better on this side, at least. Got all that mildew and grime off. I think that tan's definitely gonna polish up good. The blue looks a little thin in some spots, but once we get it polished out, it'll have a nice patina look. You can see how mildewy this grill is. So I think that'll shine back up. And we'll see if we can't get this engine bay looking spruced up. But good way to tell if trucks are well maintained is if you open the hood and there's a bunch of mud up under there, you know, it's trashed in the mud a little bit, or if there's a ton of grease and grime, it means you had a oil leak for a really long time. But this hood is one of the cleanest hoods I've ever seen underneath on any of my project vehicles. So the old man definitely took care of her while he had her. So I'm gonna finish washing this up and show you guys the final product. I'm sure y'all don't want to see me scrubbing on this thing anymore. Maybe if I was a hot girl in a bikini or something. Y'all might want to see some more time lapses. But anyways, I'm gonna get her all cleaned up and we'll see how she looks. There she is. Can't tell a huge difference on camera, but in person, it definitely looks a lot better. Just getting all that old mildew off. But that paint was just soaking up that water. It's so dry. So once we get some polish on there, she'll be looking real good. Can't wait to see it all shined up. But what a classic American truck. Back in the day, that's all you saw on the roads was these old OBSs. I'm sure everybody knows somebody that had one, your uncle, your grandpa. Somebody was pulling up to the family reunion in one of these trucks. And this one is a nice time capsule of what they looked like back in the day. Surprised more companies don't do these old two-tone paint jobs. But anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoyed that little before and after here. Probably the first time she's been washed in a decade. Now I'm gonna get her pulled in the shop and start buffing her up. Well, we got the old girl back in the shop. It's nighttime, nice and cool out here in the shop. And I got my lights shining against the truck. That way I can see what I'm doing real well. But should be fun to see how this polishes up. Let me flip the camera around and show you what we're working with now that you can kind of see better with this lighting here in my shop. As you can see, that tan did lose some of its chalkiness after the wash, but you can also see that the paint is pretty hazed up, cracked up, and wearing through on some spots. I believe this truck may have been repainted at one point, so I'm seeing this kind of hazy blue, almost purple, and then underneath it there's a darker blue, which I believe is the OEM color. You can kind of see it real good right there. So I'm thinking maybe at least the top half of this blue has been repainted, because that blue down there definitely looks darker and doesn't really have that purple sheen to it. So I'm guessing this top layer of paint was a lower quality respray at some point. So we'll see how she shines up. Right now, anything we do to this truck is going to make it look better than it does now. So we'll give her a go. I'm just using a Harbor Freight orbital buffer. I got some Chemical Guy stuff. I'm not a big fan of this stuff, but on dark blues and black paint, it actually does really well. The paint really seems to soak it up. But my go-to is this Meguiar's. But my favorite stuff is a 3M cutting products, but I don't have any on hand right now. And again, this isn't a $10,000 paint job we're working with. We're just trying to restore 30-year-old paint, or I don't know when this respray was, but definitely a long time ago. So I'm a DIY guy. I'm not a professional at this. So if you want to learn how to professionally do this, there's plenty of YouTube channels that will teach you how to do this professionally. But if you're just trying to make an old truck look good, Harbor Freight orbital and just some good cutting compound that you can get in any local parts store will definitely make your old ride look a lot better than it is now. So I'm gonna get the camera set up, get a little time lapse, and fill you in on the progress as we go. Hey, not bad. That was literally like 2 or 3 minutes of polishing. The tan looks great. I mean, I'm really happy with that. You can see the chalky and nice and glossy. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy that the dark blue came back. You can kind of see we lost all that purple haziness. And I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna come back looking like a high gloss paint job or nothing, but with that much haze and cracking and stuff. But if you're going for an old school rig, all original, that patina look, this one's definitely got some patina coming through and a little character. But not bad. I think she'll come back around. So we'll keep going on it, and I'll give y'all an update here in a couple seconds. For y'all at least. It ain't perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. That paint is just soaking up all that compound. She looks a heck of a lot better than she did. That dark blue came back out. The bed looks real good. Got a little bit of shine back to her. That paint was just really thirsty. I mean, there's a good comparison. And like I said, this is just the first buff. Oh, excuse me. You could really bring this old girl back to life. See if I can squeeze over here and show you the other side. There you go. It's a good comparison. Chalky, dull. And then we flip back to this side. Not bad for probably 40-year-old paint. I'll take it. I'm gonna keep going on her. And then we're gonna move on to the interior. But like I said, guys, that's all. And I ended up just using the Meguiar's and just cleaned the windows with a little bit of this Mother Speed Glass. Really like that stuff. But a $30 buffer and $15 compound can really bring your old rig back to life. I decided to take a break from polishing and actually start cleaning this interior a little bit just to see how it's gonna look. And I already hit this part of the dash, little Armor All. And what a difference, man. And even brought back that wood trim, the black, steering wheel's looking good. I hit the door panel. I'm gonna go back and got some carpet cleaner and try to get little stains like that. But man, I am impressed how much that old dash soaked up that Armor All. I think this interior is gonna clean up pretty well. Just got some old $5 Armor All cleaning wipes. Oh, man, I am impressed. I'm gonna keep on chugging along on this and see how it goes. I think that stain's gonna come out of that armrest. And other than that, that door panel looks great. I mean, overall, this whole interior looks great. But just one little tear right there in the seat. I might try to sew that up just so it don't keep ripping. But I mean, even the carpet, I think it'll clean up. A little carpet cleaner and a scrub brush. But I tell you what, this old brick nose era of Fords, the interiors seem to last really well on these trucks. I mean, 40 years old, you think there'd be a lot more stuff broken, but I mean, obviously the old man that owned this truck really took care of it through all the years, so that also plays a part in it. But I'm gonna keep chugging along and give y'all another update here. I knew this interior was gonna clean up, but I did not expect it to clean up this well. Just a light scrubbing with some carpet cleaner. Carpet's looking good. Dash looking great. Door panels. I am digging it. I really like this old tan interior. That's all it takes, guys. Just a little elbow grease. You can really bring these old rigs back to life. I know I keep saying that, but it's the honest truth. Just one Saturday out buffing and cleaning, and it'll make your old truck feel like a new rig again. I'm gonna clean that glass. Cleaning glass actually makes a big difference. You don't really realize how much grime's on these windows after even just a year. Even a new truck, you clean the glass on it and you'll be surprised how much dust and dirt it collects. But I'm pretty happy with that. I think she looks good. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. You think this interior is all original carpet? I'm thinking so. I don't know if these handles are original. They're both gray. Y'all let me know. Is that something Ford did? Did they put gray handles on everything? Or at some point did somebody replace these handles and all they could get their hands on were gray ones? As I was cleaning, I went ahead and cleaned these door jambs and stuff. I'm gonna say it was resprayed. I mean, that looks like a little bit of overspray. I'm not sure though. Y'all let me know in the comments. I know the 80s, you know, paint jobs weren't that great, but would you have had that overspray on an original two-tone truck like this? Or you guys think this has been repainted? I'm definitely leaning towards repaint, but y'all let me know. Drop some knowledge down there if y'all are really keen on these old Fords and the paint. But anyways, I'm gonna get this old girl flipped around and start buffing on the other side. And then we'll pull her out when it's nice and sunshiny and see how she is looking overall compared to when we brought her home. Well, she's all done. I was trying to wait for a nice sunny day, but it's been raining in Florida for the past 2 days now. So I'm gonna take my little bit of sunshine window I got here and show y'all how she turned out. I'm pretty impressed. Just a little scrubbing and elbow grease and it really brought her back to life. So let me flip the camera around and show you what she's looking like. I think she definitely shined up. It ain't perfect, but hey, 40-year-old paint, it's gonna have some character. Just helps tell the story of this old truck. I mean, for an all original truck, I think she looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Would you respray this truck or just keep it how it is with the patina and scratches? A lot of the trucks I would honestly like to repaint, but I'm digging this one. It's like I said, it's like an old time capsule. The tan definitely buffed back up, looks good. I got a new molding coming, so that'll look good on there and cover up that old tape and mismatched paint. But interior looks great. I wouldn't do a thing to the interior unless I could have that seat fixed or find an exact match. Other than that, you really don't need anything in here. Old school little back seat. 3 paddles and a wiggle stick behind the V8. It don't get more fun than that, but even had, thought was cool, little pockets on the back of the seat back in the day. You got your armrests. Is this a lariat with the captain's chairs? I dig it. Hood didn't polish out as good as the rest of the truck, but I mean, that's pretty much how it goes on hoods. They take all the heat of the engine bay and all the heat of the sun. It always bakes them real good. But I mean, She looks good. I'd dig it, I'd drive it. There's really not a dent on this truck. Just a couple, you know, little spots like that. A little spot down there on the door where it's starting to bubble a little, but that's pretty common on these trucks. Pretty common on anything of this age. But I really like how this old seat flips up so you can let your passengers in. Gonna be small passengers, but there's that old pocket I was talking about. Pretty cool. I even polished up this back panel a little bit. Tried to bring it back to life some. Looks pretty good. Normally these are all dented up or completely gone, or the Ford letters have fallen out, but this one's all intact. So yeah, guys, just a little elbow grease and about 20-30 bucks in cleaning products and polishing compounds, and you can bring your old rig back to life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it inspires y'all to get out there and work on your rigs. And if you liked it, hit that like button for me. Just helps promote this video on YouTube and bring other people to the channel. But if you would, hit that subscribe button. That way you can join us on future projects and see the rest of the build series on this truck as we get her cleaned back up and on the road. I'm gonna do a little video on probably the brakes, because none of the brakes work on it right now. But other than that, we're just gonna get that molding on her, fix the brakes, and she should be good to go after that. Take her for a nice test drive and make sure there's no other bugs that I ain't found. But anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.